And we're back, guys. Three Dudes of Horror here with Damien, Wormboy, and Toots.
Yep.
How you guys doing?
We're doing all right. Damien,
are you all right?
Damien has a case of the giggles.
Yeah, I'm all right.
I don't know why he has that, but well, today's
He's
episode,
going crazy, kind of.
I think so. You've been acting very differently. All right, just let it out. You got
just let it out of your system. Let it out of your system.
We actually we're recording.
All right. Come on, Damien. Get your shit together.
I bet you there's gonna be one commenter. Why didn't you edit this shit out? Like,
what for?
Yeah, why not?
This is the good stuff. This is raw.
Yeah.
Raw like my balls.
What?
Now they're gonna think we're all drunk.
Oh, shut up.
Oh.
All right. Well, today we're gonna be reviewing the Crazies.
The
2010 version.
2010, yeah.
Not the original, which was what Toots when you were born, maybe.
No. What year was the original? Wasn't it like 76?
Damon, when
It's like 70. No, it's like 72 or 73.
72, 73? Okay.
Real early.
Although I still want to check the original one out.
I heard it sucked.
Well, I don't know.
According to Damien.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's what you said yesterday. You're like, oh, it sucks.
I still want to check it out. For the record, Damien lent me the DVD. I am gonna watch it. So who knows? Maybe next time we do a review, I'll quickly mention how it was, in my opinion, and then just say, okay, yeah, exactly.
You know what you can do, Toots? Maybe just give it like a quick rating, one out of 10.
Yeah, I'll just do that.
Like, yeah.
I'll just do that, and who knows? Maybe that'll change my opinion of the remake.
Yeah. Well, in this latest one, I hadn't seen it before. I did see the commercials, but I thought I didn't realize it's gonna be like a zombie type movie, you know. But
wow.
Damien, you still haven't got out your goddamn system.
Damien is turning red, and I think he's gonna faint.
Well, I saw it yesterday for the first time.
Yeah, so did I.
Overall, I thought it was a really good movie, but there were some parts where I was like, it's kind of predictable.
What did you like about it?
I like the way most of the main characters, I think they were fairly good actors. I like that part. I like the parts where, the Crazies were kind of different. They weren't all the same, like some other movies were like, for example, let's say zombie movies,
or 28 Days Later.
Yeah, they're all kind of the same.
Well, they're not zombies; they're infected.
Well, yeah, they're kind of all the same, But in this one, you're like, oh, they still have this human aspect to them, which was to me really freaky.
Yeah. What I liked about the movie, I did like some of the suspenseful parts to it. You didn't really know where the Crazies were gonna turn up at some point.
Yeah, it was unpredictable.
No, it was
to some extent.
It was unpredictable a couple of times. My biggest gripe with the movie is the fact that some of the situations that we're in seemed a little too convenient or coincidental. So,
are you
for
talking
instance,
about the part where the guy, who was the guy, the deputy, just for some reason had an awesome shot through the window?
Yeah, of the mother.
Yeah.
Before she was gonna kill.
The sheriff.
Yeah. Well, not the sheriff.
Yeah.
Well, not the sheriff. It's the wife of the sheriff.
Yeah.
So things like that, where it was, how was it that the deputy came in to unplug the
there's a lot of
there's
a lot of like nick of time moments.
Yeah, exactly. And
like at the high school where they show up just in the nick of time to save the wife and the nurse's aide.
Yeah, from the principal with the pitchfork.
Yeah, that's true.
So a lot of those things I didn't like. One or two, okay, because hey, you never know. Something, or even the fact that if they didn't find that radio, they wouldn't have known that they were going to nuke the entire town.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they could have done a better job in terms of at least trying to have all that information ingrained organically, as opposed to it just so happens there's a radio and they're listening to it and there's a countdown, things like that. But that's pretty much my biggest gripe of the movie. I did like own a couple of and I brought this up yesterday where a couple of the motivations from the characters, like for instance the boyfriend that runs out. And the thing is, yes, it is understandable and it is instinct.
Yeah.
I don't
know. I was laughing.
I know, me too.
Well, inside, because outside.
I think they should have done a better job in terms of having that character understand more of what was going on. So that way, yes, it would be painful to see his mother being taken out, but he would understand.
What would you do,
I would.
I put myself in that spot, and I was like, I don't know. Like, I don't know if I would have gone after it was my mom,
Yeah,
But then again, I'd be like, nah, fuck that. I don't want to die, But
it's one of those situations where, yes, seeing it in third person, you could say in a third person, like as an audience, you're like... Yeah. You know what's happening, and you're more well aware of what's going on. So that's why I'm not surprised that people were like, "Oh, stupid! Why didn't you just wait?" But in the first person, as a character, you're like, "Well, that's their motivation. That's their instinct to do that."
Well, I just think that scene was just to illustrate the
seriousness,
the ruthlessness of the soldiers.
Of what the government was doing, like in terms of exterminating the entire population.
Yeah,
you really think about it. All they could have just done is just bomb from the beginning, bomb everyone instead of trying to save and like they bombed it anyways, at the end.
Yeah, but I think it was more the sense of they try to salvage whatever they could, and perhaps they couldn't because remember that scene where the truck goes in and all the crazies start running out.
Yeah.
Which, if it wasn't for that bomb, I'm sure most of them already run off someplace.
Yeah.
And they already had a head start compared to the main characters. So who knows if they already ran out in some parts. Because it doesn't say that the government actually caught all of them.
And then what I didn't get was the guy, the main character, he didn't get infected because he did bleed and he was breathing the air. So I'm assuming he was immune, maybe.
Well, it was all like in the water, and their house was the last house in town that the water supply.
Oh, so it wasn't airborne then?
No, it was in the water.
Yeah, I think the wife thought it was airborne at one point.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was airborne too because of the mask. Why are they wearing masks then?
I think they were just taking universal precautions.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but all in all, I thought it was all right. I thought it was an all right movie. I didn't, it wasn't enough that it took me out of the movie that I hated it. But I didn't think it was great either. I thought it was good. I thought it was all right.
I thought it was a good movie too. I agree with that. But was it a 10 out of 10? No, I think it was a 7.
Yeah, I would give it like a 7. Where, like I said, I like the acting. I like the characters. At least for the most part.
Yeah.
I like the some of the suspenseful parts to it, because I'm sure in the theater.
My favorite scene was the car scene. Of course, this is the one where Damien was like, "Oh, that part was funny." Kind of took out the seriousness of the movie for that guy with the gun
in the car wash.
In the car wash.
Oh yeah.
What does he say?
It was just that one line. That was kind of... Well, it was just like bad dialogue.
What was it?
It was like, everything's moving. Like that.
He's like, everything is fucking moving.
It's like, careful, things are moving. I'm like, everything's moving.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is understandable. Because everything is moving.
One thing I did not like a lot was the deputy. You know how he was already like almost, I guess, full-fledged crazy? But then at the end, he kind of changed, like, "Oh, I'm human." Again. Yeah, and I was like, "Well, what are you? Are you both, or
Yeah, that's the thing I didn't like because there were those hunters that you could say they were already crazy.
They're already crazy.
They were still communicating with each other because they were all infected.
Yeah.
But the thing is, with the deputy, he kind of has a change of heart, and I'm like, well, no, disease doesn't work that way.
No, he was already fucked up, you know?
Yeah, at that point, he should already just turn on them and start trying to kill them.
I just took it like where Timothy Oliphant's character punched him out. And he's laying down, they kind of show his POV, like looking up at the
sky,
at the sunset, and that he kind of woke him up for a second, like.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
And he knew. Yeah, and he knew it's just for a little while. Like he already knew. Like I'm as good as dead. So.
Yeah, he already knew he was.
Let it mean something that I can help you guys get out.
Yeah.
Like.
I don't.
Because he wasn't already to the point where he was so advanced, where his eyes were raging different colors, and his veins were bulging out, and he was getting there, but he wasn't quite there yet.
I don't know. I think if he was already infected, which he was, I don't know. I can't really say that. Oh, Timothy Oliphant's punch kind of woke him up for a bit, because I mean it did, but I just thought they were kind of sloppy in terms of that portion, because that would be like saying like, well, he's getting a cold and you punch him and the cold kind of goes away for a couple minutes.
It can work on some people.
You never know, but no, disease does not work like that.
Well, I thought the movie, like, again, I said 7 out of 10. Would I watch it again? Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
it's a good movie.
If it's on cable or if it's on Netflix, I'll probably check it out.
But it was interesting. I like most of it.
Yeah, but for next time, for the next, I would say probably like a week or two from now, whenever I get a chance, I'll watch the original and then kind of compare the two briefly. And who knows? Maybe the original. Maybe I'll like that one better. Not necessarily because.
Well, you are older, so.
I'm not ancient. But
come on, Ted. You're like born in the 60s. So.
I was not born in the 60s.
It's okay. That's why they call you Ted.
I was born in the 80s. But I mean, who knows? Maybe I'll like the remake more. Maybe I'll like it less. Maybe I'll like them equally. You know, because
what do you think,
just because it's the original doesn't necessarily make it better. I don't know that until I actually watch it.
Damien, what did you think about I know you've seen it before, but since seeing it again, did you see any new things on the movie yesterday?
Well, yeah, I thought the cinematography was really good. I thought there were a lot of wide shots that really like sold the location and put you in the, like, they give you the feel of like the desolation of the small town.
Yeah.
Like the shot of like the entire farm where before the Bill character like burns up his family and his house.
Yeah. And
you see like the entire farm and the sky in the distance, like, and there were like shots of the roads and the shot of like the main street, like all the way like from the sheriff's POV.
Yeah. Where
you get like a perfect straight shot of like the main street and all that.
Yeah, and kind of going to that, another thing I did like that I mentioned yesterday was that there were a couple of shots, especially when you would see like the barn, like one of the barns or one of like the farmers areas, that did, for me, was kind of reminiscent of the remake of Night of the Living Dead, the Tom Savini one. So just watching that, I was kind of like, okay, where's, you know, instead of a zombie, it's like, okay, where's the crazy? Where, you know, and I think that's kind of what appealed to me more in the movie, and also a little bit of the suspense is like it kind of brought me back to that.
And there was that one shot that I thought was really good.
Which one?
Where I don't know who the director of photography was of the movie, but where Bill's wife runs into the barn looking for him because he had like left I don't know if it's like the giant plow.
Oh, that part was like, man, what are you doing?
Where he had left that on.
Yeah.
And the shot is from behind the wife, and it's kind of like a straight angle shot, and then it slowly pans to a low angle shot. And you can't see, the lights are coming towards the camera from the plow, so you can't. It made the plow appear more menacing, and because you couldn't tell if he was in there or not.
Yeah.
And you didn't know what was gonna happen. Like that was
because I was expecting
one shot was really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was expecting as soon as she got out of the cab, after inspecting it, that Bill was gonna be there.
Yeah, it's like that. Like you didn't know what was gonna happen.
Yeah, that's what I liked about the movie the most. Like you didn't know what was gonna happen in certain parts.
And the score, I thought the score was really good. Like as the movie went on, and you see less and less people, and it's down to like the four main characters. Like I thought the score really sold like their feeling of like isolation and hopelessness. Like
pretty much. I mean, there is no.
Like basically the production value was impressive to me, and I thought the narrative of the story was well executed. Also, just like there were little things along the way that they could have done better, like in the individual scenes, but as a whole, you really felt like the desperation, the desolation, the hopelessness, the isolation, and I think it had that Big Brother feel too. Like they did a good job of
like they're covering something up, and they know they fucked up, but they still
did a good job of showing like they're always being watched by some bird in the sky.
Well, at the end, you know, they still show him in the camera. I'm like, damn, like, are they gonna go after him? Is there gonna be part 2? Like, and I want to watch part 2.
So now. You know that no matter what they do,
so they are gonna make a Crazies part 2.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
I don't know.
They kind of left it like that, in my opinion.
Well, I think it wasn't meant.
Unless it was just.
It wasn't meant to like be a cliffhanger to a sequel. It was just meant to be like they have no hope. They've got no hope.
Yeah.
Like they're not escaping this situation. Like Big Brother's always watching. You know, like that whole 1984 thing.
Yeah.
And I'm sure somebody out there may comment in terms of what farm equipment that was on at Bill's farm. I don't think it was a plow. A plow looks different.
Well, it looked like a plow. But it looked really...
It's like a reaper of some sort.
Well, I'm not a farmer. I don't know what...
Yeah.
But I'm just saying...
Yeah, we'll do research with different farmers and farms around the world. We'll get to the bottom of this. There's a farmers union, isn't there?
Smartass.
No, well, I mean, I don't think that's...
I'm just joking.
I don't think that matters. I think...
No, it doesn't. I could just imagine somebody like it's not a plow.
Oh, someone that like you Toots has OCD. You're like, you know, why everything.
Well, I mean, it was research. Just the point I was making about the scene was how well executed that shot was.
Yeah,
it was big, dude. The that scared me.
But the angle,
dude, she's gonna go in there. Like, why is she still in front? I'm like, go to the side already.
The way it slowly panned to like a low angle shot from behind the wife, and the lights are coming towards the camera, so you can't see you can't see inside the cab. You don't know what's going on. You don't even know if he's in there or not.
Yeah, and a part of me was thinking like, oh, she's gonna get run over. You know, she's gonna get run over for sure. Yeah, which didn't happen, but
yeah. No, but I liked it. I mean,
overall, I would give it a B. I thought the directing was good. I thought the narrative was good, and I thought the scene where they were taking everybody to the truck stop in the cars where the sheriff wakes up, and everybody's got their hands through the boards.
Yeah,
I thought that was like a visual reference to like the Holocaust.
I know, that's how I felt. And it reminded me of Schindler's List. I'm like, damn, this is horrible.
Like I thought that was like a visual reference to that. I don't know, I could be wrong, but it seemed like that.
I think it was.
Yeah.
But I'd recommend to watch it. Whoever's out there listening to us.
I liked the acting. I thought the only actress that was slightly weak in the movie was the one that was the nurse's aide, the one that gets hung in the car wash.
She didn't really talk much, but
I thought her acting was fair. But everybody
the sheriff did good.
She was okay. It's just
and the wife did good.
Yeah, like Radha Mitchell as the wife she was really good.
Yeah,
Timothy Oliphant was really good. I thought the deputy was really good.
I thought so too.
Yeah, I think what it was is that the nurse's aide just didn't have much of a character to begin with. Yeah.
Yeah. No, but I guess that'll conclude the review. Next time Toots will do the little bit of
the original
and compare them.
I'll give the Crazies a solid B out of, I guess.
I give it a C plus to the B minus.
I give it a C plus. So
yeah, if it's on Netflix or Hulu or whatnot, like I would say check it out.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna be doing another podcast in a bit. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube. You know, all those social media sites.
Check out our Grindhouse double feature tonight.
Oh yeah, check it out. Three Dudes of Horror. You know.
Yeah.
We're here to represent for life.
All right.
I'm Wormboy.
Damien.
Toots.